As we enter the new year, we are tracking the latest political headlines of the 2024 election cycle. We're following the latest of Maine's, where the state's Democratic Secretary of State is removing former President Donald Trump from the state's presidential primary ballot. Shenna Bellows now becoming the first elected official to take action unilaterally as the U.S. Supreme Court is set to decide whether Trump remains eligible to return to the White House. She says the evidence against Trump determines he engaged in insurrection.
In Michigan, the state Supreme Court rejected an attempt to remove Trump from its state's ballot. Meantime, California also appears to keep the former president on the primary ballot. As for Colorado, Trump's name will remain on the Colorado GOP primary ballot, quote, unless the U.S. Supreme Court declines to take the case or otherwise affirms the Colorado Supreme Court ruling. So again, we're going to dive into this story here and also anticipating the appeal from both the Colorado GOP and potentially the Trump legal team.
So, well, a lot to break down here for us here this afternoon. So joining us now are our Newsmax contributors, Joe diGenova and Victoria Toensing. Joe, I'm going to start with you. Wow, and we talk about this all the time. What division this creates in the country? Does Shenna Bellows know this? Or is she oblivious to it? Is she living in a bubble? I think it could be a mixture of all that.
It's all of the above. For those of us who were drafted during the Vietnam War, we remember the saying, in order to save the village, you must destroy it first. The Democrats believe that in order to save democracy, you have to destroy democracy by preventing leading candidates from getting on the ballot. This is, as I said the other day during another discussion of this is the Democrats have now put out stupidity as their major position in politics. This is really stupid. It's a stupid idea, but it's vicious, and it's the nature of democratic politics in America today.
You know, we had a guest on earlier in the program, Politico reporter Daniel Lippman. Victoria, he seemed to be unsure about how the Supreme Court might rule in this case. Perhaps it could be divided when ultimately it makes its way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. What's your view on that?
The Supreme Court has got to be unanimous in this decision. If you go back to the framers, that's what the Supreme Court is supposed to do. Look at the framers' intent. Can you imagine telling the people who wrote this amendment over 150 years ago, hey, in 150 years, an unelected state official of one party is going to remove the presidential candidate of the other party because he made a speech and others, not him, walked into the Capitol for a couple of hours.
So do you really think that the people who passed the 14th Amendment after the Civil War wanted to allow one state, maybe Mississippi, Georgia, Tennessee, the people at the heart of the Confederacy to decide who was going to be running for president? Good Lord, the stupid interpretation of this by the people, the Democrats, is marvelous.
They've been doing that with all their
unanimity.
Yes, they've been stretching the laws left and right. Yes.
The unanimity issue is quite important, and John Roberts doesn't like to get his little hands dirty in it's what he calls politics, but he's got to bring this court together, and they have got to be unanimous in this decision because this has become too political.
Joe, I liked how you said the Democratic Party vicious in their actions and what they're doing right now. I know you come on here, we talk about this all the time, but that's truly what it's become at this point.
Of course it is. This is a contact sport for the Democrats. They're not like Republicans at all. Democrats believe in destroying things in order to save them. I mean, it really is true. They have become maniacal. They are driven. They are consumed by power. They want to maintain power. They want to get the House back. They want to keep the Senate. They want to keep the presidency because they have a plan for this country, which is to destroy it, to change it forever, irreparably.
Unfortunately, though, the Republicans are feckless many times.
Yes.
And do not stand up and fight for what they should.
Joe, Victoria, I know you are boisterous in your opinion on them being feckless sometimes. Your words today, not mine. I didn't have to say it today. You did.
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Joe, Vic, appreciate it. Thank you.